What's going on, Raiders? Welcome back to the channel. Today is all about inventory. What to keep, what to sell, what to recycle, and how to stop your stash hitting full every single session. If you ever stared at 10 pages of junk, wondering if that toaster is something secretly you need, this video is for you. We're using the Community Master Cheat Sheet version 3.1 as our roadmap. I'll break down every section in plain language and show you how to turn that info into real in-game decisions. If this video helps, please drop a like, make sure to subscribe so that you stay tuned for more Arc Raider guides, and leave a comment about what you found useful about this video. Before touching the stash, you need a build first mindset. That means you decide your main augment, armor, and consumables. Then you only hoard materials that feed that setup. A perfect example would be the Mark III Survivor with a blue shield rechargers, purple bandages, adrenaline shots, grenades, and hatch key. This is the exact style a lot of high tier players are running right now. Another good tip is to open your workshop, go through all the benches, and see what your favorite blueprints actually cost, such as arc alloys, batteries, processors, sensors, durable cloth, springs, and so on. Anything that doesn't lead into those items should be sold or recycled. And once you know what your build needs, inventory management stops being emotional and becomes a simple yes/no filter. Does this get me closer to my core kit or my upgrade? If not, it needs to get tossed. Let's start at the top of this cheat sheet. Safe to sell or recycle. This row is your permission slip to clear space without fear. These are items like handcuffs, radios, headphones, and other household junk that doesn't feed to your quest, expedition project, or core workshop upgrades in any meaningful way. Also remember, recycling usually returns less value than selling it in its pure form. So if you don't need specific crafting items, prioritize selling high value safe items so that you can use that cash to expand your stash. Once the obvious trash is gone, now we can get into stuff that actually matters, like your expedition project, upgrades in your workshop, and your high priority components. Next section on the cheat sheet is the expedition project. These are the items that help progress the expedition. Things like light bulbs, batteries, advanced electronic components, and special arc drops. The trap a lot of players fall into is selling or recycling these early because they look like generic components. Then later they're stuck farming low tier zones when their expedition unlocks. Your rule here, if the cheat sheet or the expedition panel flags an item, keep a healthy buffer, usually 2 to 3 times the listed requirement. Then anything beyond that buffer can be recycled or sold. For the expedition project, there are 5 phases. And in each phase, you need certain items to progress to the next phase. So for phase 1, you need 150 metal parts, 200 rubber parts, 80 arc alloy, and 15 springs. For phase 2, you need 35 durable cloth, 25 wires, 20 electrical components, and 4 cooling coils. For phase 3, you need 4 light bulbs, 30 batteries, 10 shredder gyros, and 1 Exodus module. For phase 4, you need 5 frequency module boxes, 5 advanced electrical components, 3 ion splitters, and 3 Leaper pulse units. For phase 5, you need $200,000 worth of combat items, $100,000 worth of survival items, $150,000 of provisions, and $300,000 worth of materials. Scroll down the sheet and you'll see a whole band of cards labeled workshop upgrades: gunsmith, gear bench, medical lab, explosives, refiner, utility station, and scrappy. Your workshop is the heart of your progression loop. Every level unlocks new weapons, better mods, stronger meds, and grenades. Most guides and high-level players agree. Upgrading the refiner early is huge because it converts common materials into rare components that bottleneck every other station. These are the items that you need for each workshop upgrade. For the gunsmith, level 2, you need 5 mechanical components, 3 rusted tools, 8 wash drivers. For level 3, you need 3 rusted gears, 5 advanced mechanical components, and 4 sentinel firing cores. For your gear bench level 2, you need 5 electrical components, 3 power cables, 5 Hornet drivers. For level 3, you need 3 industrial batteries, 5 advanced electrical components, and 6 Bastion cells. For your medical lab level 2, you need 8 tick pods, 5 durable cloth, and 2 cracked bioscanners. For level 3, you need 3 rusted shut medical kits, 8 antiseptics, 5 surveyor volt. For your explosive station level 2, you need 5 pop triggers, 5 crude explosives, and 3 synthesized fuel. For level 3, you need 3 laboratory reagents, 5 explosive compounds, and 3 rocketeer drivers. For your refiner, level 2, you need 8 fireball burners, 5 arc motion cores, and 3 toasters. Level 3, you need 3 motors, 10 arc circuitries, and 6 bombardier cells. For your utility station level 2, you need 6 snitch scanners, 5 electrical components, and 2 damaged heat sinks. Level 3, you need 3 fried motherboards, 5 advanced electrical components, and 4 Leaper pulse units. And finally, for Scrappy, level 2, you need 1 dog collar. For level 3, you need 3 lemons and 3 apricots. For level 4, you need 6 prickly pears, 6 olives, and 1 cat bed. And for level 5, you need 12 mushrooms, 12 apricots, and 3 very comfortable pillows. Now for the bottom half of the sheet, starting with the high priority components, also known as the best donors. This is where your inventory really starts printing value. High priority components are things like rubber parts, metal parts, springs, processors, advanced electronics, and ARC-specific pieces that show up in almost every late game recipe. The cheat sheet doesn't just say springs are good, it tells you which junk items recycle into them. Rubber hoses, rubber pads for rubber parts, cushions and rusted tools for steel springs, and so on. So instead of hoarding every random household object, you cherry pick donors. If springs are your bottleneck for mags and gun parts, you target cushions and rusted tools. If you're starving for batteries, you prioritize power banks, flashlights, and other electrical donors listed on the sheet. For these high priority donors, recycling is usually worth more than selling because the resulting components gate your crafts and upgrades more than raw credits do. And a mental note to have is vendor trash sells, donors get recycled, and core components get hoarded. At this part of the cheat sheet, it splits components into essential base components, high tier components, uncategorized high priority, and prioritized core components. This is basically your shopping list for the entire endgame. Base components are the everyday bricks, such as metal parts, rubber parts, cloth, simple gun parts. These are the things that feed basic crafts, repairs, low tier meds, and ammo related items. For base components, set personal minimums. For example, never drop below 100 metal parts, 80 rubber parts, 50 cloth, and a stack of simple gun parts. When you pass those numbers, you can recycle or sell the donors freely. High tier components such as processors, advanced mechanical and electrical components, arc circuitries, specific pulse units, these things get a stricter rule. You almost never sell these. They go into the MK3 armor, high tier weapons, P-mods, and advanced workshop tiers. Uncategorized high priority components are oddballs that don't fit a neat group but still show up in important recipes. Keep at least one full row of each until you know your blueprint pool. Finally, prioritize core components. On the sheet is your meta shortlist. Whatever is listed there is what you should mentally highlight in raid. If you see it, you pick it up, even if it means dropping a safe to sell item. With these categories in mind, your looting changes. You stop stuffing every slot with random junk and start making real choices. Donors first, expedition and workshop items second, and everything else only if you have room for it. To wrap up the guide, here's a quick routine you can copy every time your stash feels clogged. Step 1. Filter by rarity, put attachments onto your favorite guns. Attachments sitting in stash takes the same slot but does nothing, while attachments on weapons are free storage. Step 2. Clear everything in the safe to sell recycle section. Prioritize selling if you need credits, and recycle if you're prepping for a big crafting binge. Step 3. Check Expedition and Workshop tabs. Make sure you're holding enough of each requirement, then dump extras. Step 4. Scan for donors and high priority components. Recycle donors into those components you're currently short on, then stack those components into clean rows. Step 5. Do a final pass and ask the one question on every item. Does this support my main build or my next upgrade? If the answer is no, it needs to go. If you follow this system, build first, protect expedition and workshop items, prioritize donors and core components, your stash stops being a junk drawer and becomes a crafting engine that feeds every raid. I'm going to leave a link to the master cheat sheet in the description, along with some other inventory guides if you want to go deeper. Grab a screenshot of it on your phone so you can double check donors while you're looting. If you learned something here today, please hit the like button, drop your own stash tips in the comments, and sub for more Arc Raider guides. Now go clean up that stash and stop hoarding those handcuffs, you freaky raiders.